Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's a pleasure having you once again on the set. This is Spotlight. My name is Njoroge Kaburo, and today on the set we are joined by Member of County Assembly for Tebere Ward, Honorable Gadson Mushina, who is here to help us dichotomize on a few issues affecting our country. Welcome to the show. Karibu sana mheshimiwa.
Asante sana. Thank you very much.
Before we even kick off, I would just give you maybe a minute to talk to residents of Tebere Ward. Tell them what you've been up to back in the county assembly.
Thank you very much. One thing I would like to say is the systems now are set to go.
Yes.
We are 4 months old in the assembly, and we have set the pace now. The supplementary budget has been approved. We have approved the appropriation bill.
Yeah.
So now the ball is on the governor's side now to roll out our projects. But I would like to assure my people of Tebere that according to my plans, I would like to see, and especially one thing, our town, which is Wanguru, a more developed town in infrastructure, in drainage systems, and also in the issue of the markets themselves, the cleaning of the town, the markets. But as it now, the systems have been set, and even themselves, I know they are aware that the cleaning now is going on very well. We cannot complain. We also have now the projects that we are waiting for the government to roll out. And I want to assure them within these 5 years, we are going to see a tremendous change in all the sectors, be it education, be it water, be it infrastructure, all those sectors. We are going to make sure that we cannot satisfy everyone, but we shall make sure that we have done something that can be seen, something that is going to help our people, so starting from Derua up to Kiombo.
All right. So you believe from where you sit at the moment, so far is so good?
So far so good, no complaint.
Okay. Now, when we met last, we had not had the president in place because we were still struggling with NASA and Jubilee, but we now have the president in place and he has been sworn in. And he has also outlined the Big Four agenda plan to improve livelihoods of Kenyans. What is your general take about how Uhuru Kenyatta kicked off his work in office?
One thing, it took us by surprise. We never knew that the president can come up with such a tremendous working plan for this last phase of his leadership. One thing I would like to say is that I support fully, because the 4 pillars, they are the ones that touch the livelihoods of the common people in this country. So giving him an ample time and space to work on the Big Four, I'm double sure our president is going to deliver on those. We have seen him work from the last term. We have seen what he is capable of doing. Even now, I'm double sure he is going to implement these four pillars, the Big Four, and make sure that he leaves a legacy. It is his legacy term. He leaves a legacy. We have seen him working on infrastructure. Very many roads now are being done. We have seen him work on the SRG, SGR, sorry, SGR. Now it's going to reach we call it,
it's going to the second phase.
It is going for the second phase. And we are anticipating that he is going to make sure that the SGR reaches the border to Uganda. Yes.
And of course, the president has now a team in place. There's a lineup that he came up with, the men and women who will help him implement that program. Naming of the cabinet, in general, what was your reaction to that particular group?
As a person, and also as a reader, I'm contented with what the president did. Because he has the mandate and the prerogative to make sure he has a team that he will be able to work with. We have seen him removing some cabinet secretaries because he had worked with them for the last time and he has seen their performance. So for him
most of whom have also gotten other positions.
Other positions, maybe lighter duties. Maybe lighter duties where they can perform.
So that's what you believe?
That's what I believe. That maybe they can perform more better on those sides than where they are. We have seen him retain those who have worked very well, like Matiang'i. Also, Amina.
Yeah.
Amina has been retained. Amina has been very instrumental on the issues of the foreign affairs.
Sure.
And now she has been brought to education.
Yeah.
We are double sure that Amina is a go-getter. She's going to perform like Matiang'i.
Yes.
So we appreciate whatever the president has done. Although everybody must look in the perspective that, oh, we were not given this, we were not given that. But we must all understand that we cannot be satisfied, all of us. In Kenya, we have 47 counties.
Yes.
And if we have 47 counties, we only have 22 portfolios for the CSs. How can we get then 47? So, and that's why I'm saying the president has the prerogative. Let us give him a chance. This is his legacy term. Let's wait and see.
Now, speaking of satisfying certain groups,
a
group of women, women who are actively involved in pushing for the rights of women are saying that the president, once again, just like in the previous cabinet, did not meet the 2/3 gender rule. Don't you feel that like these women have a reason to grumble about?
They have a reason.
Yeah.
Everybody has a reason to think or see anything on his or her angle. But there is one thing I would like to say.
Yeah.
The issue of gender role in Kenya, it is always controversial.
Yes.
Because we have no system on how this gender rule will be attained. So we must sit down, all of us, and come up with a policy that will make sure. We have seen the bill taken to assembly to parliament for the issues of gender. Then the parliamentarians they don't pass it.
Yeah.
So we still have issues on the issue of gender, and more so to say, the issue of gender, let it not be seen only on the perspective of women. This issue has been addressed very much on the issue of women, such that as we are talking now, the boy child is endangered. So what we are saying is...
So basically we are talking about the marginalized groups.
The marginalized groups,
yes,
but not the issue of the gender alone or the women alone. So women have the right to say so, but still the president has the prerogative to look at the best people he can work with.
You feel women are whining too much, they are complaining too much about lack of this?
That's it. Women are complaining too much.
Yes.
And sincerely speaking, we have seen women going now into very many powerful seats. We have seen them working. So the issue now, we are not supposed to be talking of women now. We are supposed to be talking of the boy child.
The boy child.
The boy child.
Your take.
Yeah.
Now, let's narrow down and come back here. And as a leader who represent the people of Kirinyaga, residents of Kirinyaga also went aflame in the social media. They stormed the social media saying that the president shortchanged them because he had promised them some positions in cabinet when he was doing the campaigns.
Yeah.
From where you sit, do you feel like this is just, there are those who are saying that this is just petty politics? What is your position on this?
Everyone has a right to complain. You remember we also complained during the issue of the CECs of the county.
Yes.
Everybody has a right to complain, but we must sit down and reason as leaders. We look at the big picture. Yeah. We don't just look on one angle. Yes, it is true. We did not have, as Kirinyaga, we did not have any cabinet secretary job position.
Yes.
But still, we have very many people who the president has retained. So why should we complain? We have our Karaja Kibisho.
Yes. Who is the principal secretary?
Interior.
Yes.
We have people like Kina Maringa. We have other people who are in those big positions. We should be proud. Kirinyaga has been on the forefront. Yeah. And because now the president gave us the promise that he is going to look at Kirinyaga this time round. Yeah. Let us wait. Let us give him a chance. Let us not complain a lot on the issues of the seats. Let's wait for the development.
Yes.
Me, I'm double sure that the president, and that's what I'm saying, I'm very optimistic on this, that the president is going to work for us. We have seen the works of the dam. Yeah. It's already coming to start. We have seen him come to launch it.
Which we'll talk about later on.
Later on. Personally, he has come for it. He has said infrastructure is going to improve.
Yes.
We have seen.
Yeah.
Let's wait. Yeah.
These men and women were very volatile on Facebook and on other social media platforms, saying that they chose, or the Kirinyaga County was rated highest in terms of percentage.
That's
in
correct.
Supporting. So what you are basically saying is you're telling them to tone down.
Yes, I'm telling them to tone down.
Yes.
Because one thing, we were not voting for positions. We were voting for a leader who will consider us in development.
Yeah.
And that's where we are.
Yeah.
And we are waiting to see. And because the president has promised, let's be calm and wait and see.
Now, President Uhuru Kenyatta has also established new positions, the County Administrative Secretary position, which has elicited mixed reactions from Kenyans. First of all, do you believe that these are anchored in the Constitution?
According to me,
yeah.
And when the president was announcing these
Yes.
positions,
Yes.
he clearly stated the law, and the law that has given him the mandate
Yeah.
to do that. And it is at the prerogative of the president, if he is on the side of the law,
Yeah.
he has all the mandate to do what he feels is better for this nation. And if he sees that the ministries are not working very well without this administration seat, why they not constituted for the easier implementation of the projects or of the agenda in each and every ministry? The president has the prerogative. So to me, he is also creating jobs for other people.
Yeah.
Because once we have those seats, we are diversifying in creation of opportunities.
Yeah.
Although it might be looked at on the political angle and the perspective of the wage bill, we must understand that Kenya is rich.
Yes.
Kenya is not poor. What we need is good managers. And if we can get good managers, it doesn't matter the amount of money the government is using on the wage bill, if managers are able to manage very well. And if the president has seen that that is the best way to go, let us wait and see.
Now, speaking of wage bill, Mheshimiwa,
Yes.
the Wanjiko you represent, and I believe you represent quite a substantive number, is saying that they are the same people to bear the brunt. They are the ones who are going to bear this burden of, catering for the salaries of these new public officers. What is your take on that?
There is a perception I would like to rule out that has been made by very many people, that whenever a position is created,
Yes.
they just look on the issue of that the common mwananchi is the one to carry the burden. No,
Yes.
everybody in Kenya carries the burden. Because even that person, once he is employed on that seat, he will be paying tax also. And he pays even more tax than even the person on the ground.
Yeah.
So as long as we talk of the issues of the common mwananchi
Yes.
is carrying the burden, everybody in Kenya is carrying the burden. Even the president himself will carry the same burden, because you have to pay tax. Everybody is liable of paying tax.
Yeah.
And even if you go to the much higher side of it, on the other side of it, these leaders are the ones who even pay more tax than the common.
You know, the common mwananchi,
The
there's
common
always this
mwananchi.
perception that they are the ones to dig deeper in their pockets.
It is,
to cater for
it
this.
is a perception that was created by many people to politicize on these issues. They don't give the reality, because the reality is the common mwananchi, yes, will carry the burden
Yeah.
by a very magnitude way of the goods that
Yeah.
he is buying or she is buying.
So you believe these positions are genuinely in place?
If these positions are going to deliver,
Yeah.
why not have them?
Okay.
And if they don't deliver, we abolish them.
Yes.
Like the way we have been saying, there are more seats that need to be abolished in this constitution.
Okay.
Yes.
Mheshimiwa, well put. We are talking about the President of Kenya, the President of the Republic of Kenya, rather.
Yeah.
Recently, in the course of the week, we also heard about the People's President, who was also sworn in the course of the week. I want us to go on a short break. You hold on to that, but then we come back.
I'm also a
address
president in my
that
home.
one. Yes. Sawa Mheshimiwa. That is Mheshimiwa Gadson Mushina of Tebere Ward. We are discussing the issues affecting our country at the moment. And this is Spotlight. We'll be right back after we pay our bills. And welcome back to Spotlight. Today we are having MCA Gadson Mushina, who is representing the members of Tebere Ward, and we are talking about several issues that are facing our country at the moment. Mheshimiwa,
yes.
President Uhuru Kenyatta is trying to exempt, or in the list that he submitted to Parliament, is exempting some of the CSs from Parliament vetting. How do you read this? Because some people are seeing some mischief in the whole process.
One thing to me, I would not comment more on that, but what I think is somebody like, let's take for instance somebody like Matiang'i.
Yeah.
Matiang'i was vetted and was seen fit for the job, and he was given the position of the CS education. He performed very well. He also was given another docket of security, and he performed both very well. How do you vet such a person again?
Someone would argue this is a new cabinet with a whole new list which needs to be vetted afresh.
But a new cabinet means new people who are coming in. So me, I support that the issue of the president saying some should be exempted, which is okay. Because remember, somebody may kick out Matiang'i on the perspective of his aggressiveness. Ama pengine alimkanyanga mahali.
Yes.
Tunaona? So pengine anaweza fikiria this is the time to revenge.
Yes.
And pengine whatever Matiang'i was doing, he did it because of the country. Yeah.
Now, recently, Mheshimiwa, members of County Assembly moved to court to oppose the SRC proposals to cut down the members of County Assembly salaries. How did this play out, given that you represent the members of Tebere? Speaking from that perspective, what is your take?
My take is, as long as I represent the people of Tebere, I should not be treated like somebody who is not representing the people. That's the truth. What we did as assemblies, all members of county assemblies, we did the same way as the MPs did. Why should the MPs go to court alone and leave the MCS? One thing, the Constitution is very clear, that the powers and privileges that are bestowed on the National Assembly are also bestowed on the County Assembly.
Sure.
So, according to the Constitution, it's only that we are an assembly that is below, and they are in the National Assembly. We are all equal. Secondly, it is very important to enumerate somebody who is working for the people in the right manner. And in the history of the labor laws, there is nowhere somebody was removed from a certain salary level and dropped. That is against the law. It could have been retained or ended. There is nowhere a salary should go down.
You feel SRC was totally wrong on this?
Yes.
Okay.
She was totally misadvised on that.
Okay.
And we wonder where they got all this information that they were implementing. And remember what they did, they had a mischief because they did not wait until another assembly enters so that they can negotiate on the same. What they did, walichukua hiyo time wakati watu waliingia kwa siasa. They went, they gazetted. In fact, that thing is against the law, the gazettement, because it was not even subjected to the stakeholders.
Let us address a different issue altogether because of time. President Uhuru Kenyatta visited Kirinyaga County together with his deputy and launched the multi-billion Dhiba Dam project, which is expected to double production of rice in Mwea, where you come from. What is the progress of this project? Because many people are not so sure about the progress.
Up to this minute, we saw the PS who came on the ground, and the preparations are ongoing now for the project to kickstart, as the PS said on March. And we are eagerly waiting for that. We know that the concerned contractor has been on the site and trying to keep things right, but he has not yet started clearing. But we are waiting for the time that they have said that by March they will have started. And we are very much optimistic that the dam will be completed within the timeline that the president said. Because this is a legacy dam.
Sure.
And the president said he would be very happy if the project takes only 3 years, because it has been programmed for 5 years to completion. So we are anticipating that the project is going to get started, and we are going to benefit very much from it.
Okay, still in Mwea, there's one business which has really taken shape, the business of hay. I happened to visit some of the traders of that commodity, and they are saying that the government is trying to sort of muzzle them by banning the commodity, saying it is interfering with the environment. What is your sentiment? So, have you heard about this, and what is your...
No, that one I have not heard about it.
Yes.
Because hay, si ni chakula ya ng'ombe.
Yeah.
And it has been there even before. How does it become an environmental issue? These are our people who are doing business.
Yes.
And first of all, I thank our our people very much, because they are very creative. There before, we used to burn the hay in our shambas. But today, it is being used as an income generating activity and also as food for our animals. So I have not heard of that of late.
Okay. Let's talk about, we've analyzed and talked about issues surrounding the President of the Republic of Kenya.
Yes.
We recently had a new title, the People's President, who was sworn in the course of the week. First of all, what is your thought about this title, the People's President?
First of all, let me first thank the government very much, because of the action and the wise decision they took during that event of mock swearing in, because it's a mock swearing in.
Yes.
It could have been very wrong if the government interfered, because they could have seen a scapegoat.
Yeah.
But now they are done. They have been beaten 10-0, because that's not what they expected. Let me tell you one thing. We have very many presidents in Kenya. I'm an Anglican. We have the president of Mothers Union, who is the bishop's wife. We have our schools. In our schools, we have the children government.
Within the student fraternity.
Within the children's fraternity, there is a president. Also, I'm a president of my home.
Yes.
Everybody can be a president of everywhere he is.
Yes. So you are really downplaying this and saying
Raila can be president of those people who are on that that party or that organization that was in Uhuru Park.
Yes.
That is his organization. He's their president.
A few hours after swearing in, we saw Right Honorable Raila Odinga changing his bio in the social media platform from the former Prime Minister to the President of the Republic of Kenya. Do you feel this probably has some legal implications?
Yeah, that one now entails for legal action, because you cannot proclaim yourself to be the President of the Republic of Kenya. We have only one President of the Republic of Kenya, and we saw him lad from Ethiopia in style, because he's the President of Kenya.
Yes.
We don't have any other president. That one, if Raila does that, let him be ready to face the music.
Now, speaking of the
because the law is very clear.
The people's president versus the President of the Republic of Kenya, one of the, the core principles of the people's president of Kenya, Mr. Raila Odinga, were absent from the swearing in. Vividly absent was Mr. Kalonzo Musyoka, who was supposed also to be sworn in. How do you treat such a scenario?
Me, I'm treating the scenario as the three guys are very wise guys. Yes. They have the wisdom. And I say thumbs up to them, because they knew this country has a law, has a constitution. Yes. And if you go against the constitution, there is the music you are going to face. Same case, I heard Kalonzo say that his security was withdrawn.
Sure, it was.
By who? If he has they have their own government, they should have their own security. Why should you then want security from the same government that you are saying there is no government?
So they should have their own treasury, their own cabinet.
Yes, let them have theirs. Yes. Why should you complain or why should you cry for the government that you are saying it is an illegitimate government? Then you are confirming that the government is the government. That's why you need the government to give you security. So that was not an issue
Yes.
that could have, if he was sure that he was supposed to go and swear. Hiyo sio kitu ingemfanya akose kwenda kuswear. Yeah, we saw Raila go.
Now, maybe from that kind of a reaction from these core principles, do you feel like this is the writing on the wall that Raila Odinga has been left alone?
Kabisa, I'm telling you. And if Raila is wise, he should know his time is gone. Because if you can be betrayed by your own people, wale ulikuwa unasema ni watu yako, na wamekuachilia wakati unawahitaji zaidi. An Englishman said, afraid in need is afraid indeed.
Sure.
So it's a writing on the wall, and the Raila should know that. And the best advice I can give, huyo mzee sababu ni mzee yetu, ni baba yetu, and we respect him a lot.
Sure.
We respect Raila a lot. Let him retire now comfortably in politics. Wacha sasa aende atuze tushosho, wacha aende akae nyumbani kwake, atulie, aachane na mambo ya siasa.
Can Raila heed such an advice? Because he seems so committed to becoming the president of Kenya, hell-bent, whichever means.
But now he has tried many ways, but they are not succeeding. The best thing is to accept. Now, my advice to him.
Okay. Given Muigai had gone to court prior to the swearing in, saying or certifying a matter of illegalizing the whole swearing in before the court of law, could this now be treated as treason?
It might be, according to the law. It might be.
So you might be
you even hand the CS outlawed the NRM, like any other organizations that were outlawed.
Yes.
That is a clear indication that we are heading now on the low side. Yeah.
Let's talk about something also of interest that happened during the swearing in, the switching off of the 3 major TV stations for covering the swearing in ceremony. What is your take up about this? Because they are saying that that is a way of gagging the media.
Nobody is gagging the media. And the media is free to do its work in Kenya, but there are limitations. You remember 2007, 2008, post-election violence, how it occurred.
Yeah.
It is through the media. Because of highlighting some issues, the fire went on and burned almost the whole country. It was a wise decision. Because now the tempers are down, the media will go back to their work.
Yeah.
And I'm sure of that. But let also the media know that we have a government and we have laws in Kenya. And even if we have what we call the Bill of Rights, it has also limitations.
Yeah.
I think you should not, if you people or the media itself, they are working in this nation. When this nation goes into fire, where will these people get their salaries from?
Of course, we all belong to
we all belong here.
Yeah.
So we should be also be careful of everything and whatever we are airing. So the decision of the government, it was a wise decision to make sure that the other, you know, that some things might cause incitement. When people see what is happening, the other areas, they tend to do other things.
Yeah.
So it was a wise decision. The country is calm.
From some respect, we would say that, or some would argue that switching off the media houses, I mean the television stations, could not stop the swearing in from happening.
Yes.
And also the Editors Guild had met with the team from the State House, and a stern warning was issued prior to that particular swearing in concerning the coverage, the full coverage of the event. Don't you see some bad laws being implemented in such respect?
We cannot call them the bad laws because Njoroge, you have a home and you are the father.
Sure.
And whenever you see anything that can bring anything that is not good for your people, you have to rethink on how to handle that issue. So the government is our father in Kenya. Even the media, even us, everybody is under the government.
Yes.
And if the government sees this thing might cause a lot of harm to our nation, they have the mandate. And that's why they are the ones who possess the key or the switch. And that's why they could be able to switch off.
Yes.
So we are all under one Father. And when the Father says, this is not the way, you are supposed to follow and ask why later.
Yes. Maybe we should leave that to the experts. Yes. Now, Mheshimiwa, with the swearing in of Raila Odinga, because I want us to conclude and have the bottom line. What is next for this country as we wind up? Your last parting shot. What is next for this country?
I'm foreseeing a very peaceful country and a very prosperous country. Because now, one thing, let me tell you, politically, the political status in the country is toning down now.
Yes.
People are busy now. You could see even from the day the swearing was being done.
Yeah.
Everybody was busy. It's only that only those people who are concerned with the swearing who went. The political situation is coming down. People now are getting back to their businesses, and we are anticipating that even the economy will raise. You know, we have experienced a lot of hardships because of the political tensions from January last year up to December, the whole year. Yeah. We have seen the shilling being destabilized. Yeah. We have seen businesses going down. But it is my hope that now that the country now is settling, we are going to move forward.
Thank you. We move forward as a country.
Yeah.
And I wish you all the best, Mheshimiwa.
Thank you too.
Many thanks for having time for us.
Welcome.
We thank you for your time. We come to the end of the show. Till next time, it's a goodbye. God bless you. My name is Njoroge Kaburo.